Hello everyone and welcome to Valkyria Chronicles 4 for the PC. Valkyria Chronicles is not a game I've played before. I watched a couple hours of the original Valkyria Chronicles for the PS3 played, back when that originally came out. So all I know about Valkyria Chronicles 4 is that it's a tactical RPG, that it has anime-ish, cel-shaded-ish graphics, and that we can build our squad similar to what we might see in XCOM 2. And I loved XCOM 2, one of my favorite games. So I'm interested to go ahead and jump right in here and see what Valkyria Chronicles 4 has to offer. If you're new to the channel, a little bit about my playstyle is I will try to be thorough. I'm not a completionist, I'm not a speedrunner. I like to enjoy the game, enjoy the story, and try to get as immersed into the world as I possibly can. So, let's go ahead and just start on normal difficulty, which is apparently the highest we can start on.
The day our hometown burned, that was the day we enlisted. At last, we had something to believe in, something worth fighting for. None of us yet knew, we couldn't foresee what this war would cost us. It was a battlefield, but it was where we grew up. Wind out of the northeast, clear skies, and nap time's over. Come on, Raz.
I wasn't napping, just resting my eyes. You gotta relax, man. You are way too freaking tense. Your hands are shaking. So sack up, Commander. It's about time we get ready to roll out. Let's show those imps what's coming to them.
Yeah. A shift in the wind. There.
Huh? You getting those wind whispers again? Imperial's incoming! All right, boys, it's go time!
I love the art style, the colors.
Squad E! Do you read me? Squad E!
This is Commander Claude Wallace. Squad E!
The Imperial forces are on the move, heading for your position!
Ready to engage.
Do not let them break through to the front line! We're counting on you!
Roger that. Over.
Good luck, Squad E.
They won't advance until they're done shelling the area. We should have time to prepare. Kai, take a group to that southern hill and slow down their left flank. Raz, take 2 soldiers east and make some noise for me. You got that?
Gotcha. Keep up or get left behind.
Alright, here we go, Squad E.
At your command.
Hoffman, roll out! Squad E, ready to engage. All right. Just remember your training. We can do this.
Excellent. So by imps, I'm assuming they mean Imperials? Something else I know about this game is that it takes place at the same time as the PS3 Valkyria Chronicles.
Let's stop their advance. Squad E.
So same time, different storyline, different characters, same time period as Valkyria Chronicles. Whatever the previous one was for the PS3. That's what I read, at least. You guys, if that information is not right, I'd love to know how this game does relate to the other Valkyria Chronicles game. Alright, let's see what we're doing.
Just say the word, boss. I'm locked, loaded, and in
First, we'll see how they respond to some infantry. Okay. Looks like everyone's in position. Finally. I'm their commander. It's up to me to get everyone out alive. Concentrate. Remember your training. We can do this. I can do this.
Tutorial Command Mode. When combat starts, you'll see a map of the area and your unit's positions. This is referred to as Command Mode. Here you'll select the unit you'd like to move based on the terrain and their respective position to the enemy. Move the cursor onto Raz using the analog stick, or jump to him with the D-pad and press A to switch to action mode, okay? So let's switch over and find Raz. Oh, there he is. So we can hover around like this, or we can just toggle between with the D-pad. D-pad's a little easier, so we can see the enemy positions on the map. If we want to look around at the rest of the map, we can do that. We see back here we have another scout. And we have 2 scouts up here.
I got this.
So we'll select Raz, and we'll see what he can do. Action mode. Select a unit. Selecting a unit switches them to action mode, where they can move and attack. Move a unit in action mode with the analog stick. The AP gauge at the bottom of the screen will slowly deplete while a unit is in motion. Alright, cool. Once that soldier runs out of AP, they will be left unable to move. Okay, simple enough. AP bar will deplete as we move. So let's move them towards the sandbags. And yep, we can see our AP bar at the bottom depleting. Attacking. And now that they have moved into position, it's time to attack. Press the right button while in action mode to enter target mode. Move the crosshairs with the left analog. Press LB and RB to quickly snap between targets. Press A to attack. If the enemy survives, they might counterattack, so try to make every shot count. I will definitely be doing that. So, right button to enter target mode, and we can target here. I don't see why we wouldn't take a headshot. Or if the body parts matter. Let's see. Nice. So we made that shot count. Ending actions. Troops can only attack once per action. Once a unit is done moving and attacking, end the action to return to command mode. End a unit's action even if that unit has leftover AP or is not yet attacked. Pressing B can also end your action, in which case a confirmation prompt will appear. Use whichever method you prefer. I'm assuming that other button was start on my controller. No. There we go.
Damn it, these assholes are in my way. I can't break through this.
Why not? You're invincible, right? Are you really getting tripped up over some common foot soldiers? Why don't you ever stop and think...
Oh, shut up. Just hurry and take them out, will ya?
Thought you'd never ask. This won't take long.
So, we got a sniper. Kai has deployed. And so probably the same thing here. We'll select her from the map.
Now advancing.
Drop into action mode. Snipers. The sniper class specializes in shooting down enemies from afar. We would have guessed that. Zoom in and out during target mode by moving the right analog up or down. Use the scope to line up headshots. Excellent. So we're going to enter target mode. Well, maybe we should we move to some cover maybe?
Don't give them a chance to attack.
I wonder if we should just stand out in the open like this. Or if we should try to move down there. Well, she's a sniper.
Shame about the flowers.
My gut is to see if we can get to cover. Can we jump? Oops. No. Alright. I guess we're gonna go ahead and take our shot from here. Maybe this will provide some kind of cover. Alright, we can zoom in pretty darn far. And just make sure we get that headshot. Beautiful, Kai. Beautiful.
Didn't take much.
All allies have been taken out.
And now, can I move her? Not through there, I can't. Maybe around the side.
Now's our chance.
Kind of want to get her into cover. Oh, not quite. End her turn, since she can't take any other actions.
I got this.
And we have more enemies way back there. I feel like we're gonna have to get closer. Sandbags. Sandbags on the field provide cover. Move behind a sandbag and press A when crouch appears to take cover. Crouching makes a unit harder to hit and negates extra headshot damage, so we definitely want to take cover. Just like in XCOM, we're going to want to make our cover count. Take cover behind sandbags as you move. That was my instinct. And then we're going to crouch, and now we're taking cover. So from here, do we have a line on anybody? Not really. We could probably take a shot, but I don't think we have much of a chance at hitting. We did a little bit of damage. Took him down from 140 to 129, but probably not worth it. Let's end this turn here in cover. CP and ending phases. Selecting a unit in command mode uses up one command point. We'd kind of seen that. CP reflects the number of times you can control a unit per player phase. When your CP reaches 0, the player phase ends and the enemy phase begins. Press B or select to end the player phase with leftover CP. Be mindful of your positioning before the enemy phase begins. So that's telling us, try to make sure all your people are behind cover and safe before the enemy phase starts, because once it does, they're going to have their turn to have a go at us, as I'm sure we'll see. So we don't have any CP left, we can tell by looking at the top, so we're going to end our phase of turn 1, and then we're going to see what the enemy does. They start with 3 CP as well. Well, I guess he's a scout. It makes sense that he can get that far, but he doesn't have cover. And that's going to help us next turn. If these guys are moving as far as they can but not taking cover. Alright, so they couldn't do anything. They couldn't even get close enough to hit us. So maybe now we can clean them up.
About time, Claude.
Yeah, I know. Soldiers, forward! Now's our chance to take the offensive.
Backup has arrived. Who do we got? Who's going to join Squad E? Tutorial CP and consecutive actions. Command points are replenished at the start of each player phase. Oh, so maybe that's what it means by reinforcements, is we got our command points back? CP can be used on the same unit multiple times in a row. I thought about that, but that's good to know. Because we used Raz twice, right? This is useful for cutting in enemy lines, hurrying past dangerous terrain, or finishing off a tenacious enemy. That said, they'll tire out and start each consecutive action with less AP than the last. Okay, and we saw that too with Raz's AP bar was not totally full that second time we used him. CP that goes unused during one phase will, however, roll over to the next. That's pretty awesome. So if we are at a point in a turn where taking another action isn't going to help us, moving isn't going to get us anywhere we need to go, we can't aim at anybody, we can save that command point, which is great. How you choose to manage CP will determine the fate of your squad, indeed. It definitely will. Alright, so we look like we did get some more reinforcements here. We got Nico and Curtis. What can we find out about them, if anything?
Understood.
Well, let's take a look here at Curtis. He's got a Lenfield M1 weapon and a F1 grenade and a ragnade, whatever that is. Alright. So, we can see the enemy back there. I'm assuming I could probably get him up to that sandbag up there. Let's see if he can make it. Definitely, definitely. I wonder if we could take him up here. Oh, perfect. Let's go ahead and let's crouch here. Let's not get greedy and overextend. Aiming and weak points. Critical hits such as headshots deal greater damage than normal. Use left analog to quickly aim. If using a controller, the D-pad provides more precise control. That's good to know. I am definitely using a controller. Shots fired will generally land within the circle marked in your line of sight. Increase your chance of landing a hit by lining up your shots so that the target is well within the circle. To kill shows how many shots must connect to eliminate the target. That's nice. This number indicates whether your shots will reach the enemy or if you're aiming at a weak point. So if it says 0, we're not even going to hit him, right? Okay. Okay, so the D-pad definitely does let us really get in there. Nice. Perfect. Good job, Curtis.
Let's keep going.
I see. They're good.
So we are going to go ahead and end Curtis's turn here in cover. And we could go to Raz. We have a few options. Zyga. I wonder if we can take... That's a long shot, even for Kai, but I wonder...
Now advancing.
I wonder what kind of range she has. Let's get her up here to this sandbag and crouch. And then we could see what kind of damage we can do at this distance. Let's make sure we get the headshot here. Nice job, Kai. So quite a bit of range on the sniper class. Nice job, Squaddy.
Busting out the tanks, huh? This one's all yours, Claude.
Alright, so we had a tank in the beginning, now the enemy has a tank, and I think our tank is about to come out and join the combat here.
It's our turn now. Fire up the engine, Miles.
So Claude, our commander, us, I guess, we're up in the tank with Miles.
Yes, sir. Okay, the Hoffen's moving out. Destroy the enemy tank.
Interesting. In XCOM you don't get any vehicles, you get mechs. Maybe this is comparable to a mech. Let's see. Tanks. Tanks boast firepower and endurance far beyond that of foot soldiers. They can withstand gunfire from enemy infantry, making them a solid wall for your soldiers to use as cover. Yes. Okay. Tanks can destroy objects with a red X on the command mode map, either by firing a cannon or driving into them. So we can crash right into stuff to destroy it, or we can blow cover up. Awesome. Tanks cannot fit into narrow passages, so advance with infantry in such cases. Makes absolute sense. Let's go ahead and just see what our tank can do against this other tank here.
Moving out.
Only takes one command point, that's good. And so we have our AP bar. We could probably crash right through this stuff, I'm assuming.
Use the sandbags to your advantage.
Let's get up here to these sandbags. I don't know if that's really going to help us in the tank, but... Tank warfare. Tanks have three methods of attack: armor piercing, AP shells, mortar rounds, and a mounted machine gun. Armor piercing shells are effective against tanks and other vehicles. Explosive mortars hit a broad area with a Ragnite blast, ideal against infantry. So an AoE infantry blast with the mortar, of course. That's probably what they were shelling us with in the beginning. Mortars travel in an arc, aim for the center of multiple foes to maximize firepower and preserve limited ammo. The machine gun is designed to strike foes who are too close for the mortar and to intercept incoming enemies. Press X to switch a tank's weapon. Alright, so we have the AP rounds, armor penetrating. We have the mortar, which fires like so. And we have T1. That I'm not sure what that is. Alright, let's go with the AP rounds. Almost half its health. And we can only take one action, so we can't just change the weapon and fire with that. Let's go ahead and roll it over here to kind of get out of the line of fire a little bit, if we can. Well, that might do it. Tree's in the way. I'll take it. I'm kind of worried about him just being out in the open with his tank. I wonder if we can move him over here. Curtis. Well, we can try. Now that I'm looking at it, that might just leave him out in the open.
Use Ragnade if you're wounded.
Alright, he's probably fine where he is. Let's see what they do with their tank. Oh boy. Oh, Curtis. I had a feeling about you. So he's alive. Maybe he missed. Alright, so let's take him out this turn. Before he takes out any of our guys. But first... There we go. Voice volume was a little low. That's probably why. Probably turn everything up a little bit. Alright. Sorry about that.
Moving out.
Tank's weak points. The glowing blue radiator plate at a tank's rear is its weak point, where even standard bullets can deal damage, so we can get our guys behind it. Perfect. Try to get behind the tank for a chance to take them down while being careful not to expose your own rear to hostile fire. Okay. So we want to keep our tank in front of that tank, but if we want to take it out, oops, with our... I guess I could just...
Be mindful of your surroundings.
Yep. Let's try to flank him here. Whoops, so we get too close, he's gonna fire. Let's just fire our AP rounds. Right there. Alright. And let's move this up to provide some cover fire. Just to cover our soldiers here. In case we need to sneak our guy up behind him. Let's end his turn here.
You're the front line's last defense.
Whoops. Alright. Let's grab Zyga.
Understood.
Let's see what he can do. He's got a Robinson M91, looks like a submachine gun, probably better suited for close range. Let's try to get him in.
How does the Federation side look?
Maybe we could chuck a grenade or something.
The enemy's firing back.
Let's see. Doesn't look like it's gonna hit from here. Maybe we wait for the grenade tutorial. Is he getting hit? He is getting hit. Alright. No, the Haven's getting hit. Let's just chuck this at this guy. I just need to see how this works. That's not gonna get even close, is it? Whoops. Alright. Didn't do anything. Fair enough. Gonna have to get a better handle on the grenade situation.
Understood.
See if we can run Curtis in behind this tank. Alright, here we go. Doesn't do a lot. It's a weak point against other tanks, maybe. It led us to believe that, oh, great. Right out in the open. It led us to believe that the soldiers could hurt it. He did a little bit of damage, just not as much as I would have liked. Let's just attack with our tank again. I guess we can attack multiple times. Let's just go ahead and finish her off. Wanted to see how much damage the soldiers could do to it. Not that much. Alright, that was pretty awesome, honestly.
Anyone else want to try? Squad E don't take shit from nobody.
That's right. I like the tank. I like how much the characters can, some of the characters can move in their turn. Those must be the scouts that have a lot of mobility. I like being able to free control them and them not being like stuck on a grid or anything like that. Yeah, I like this a lot. It's a lot different from XCOM, totally different than XCOM, but this is fun.
Claude knows what I'm... Whoa, you okay?
Flowers.
Oh, yeah, they didn't stand a chance. Come on, man. You're supposed to be commander of the Ranger Corps.
He's talking about the field of flowers at the beginning was this beautiful field of flowers, and then, you know, it got shelled. It was this contrast between this natural beauty and then, of course, the ugliness of warfare.
A commander still has a heart, same as a foot soldier. Rank doesn't make this any less painful to see.
Be more worried about human bodies being broken than flowers.
Bigger balls these days.
Tell him, Raz. I like Raz's style.
Maybe. But what matters is that their hearts...
Alright, I get it. Power of the heart, blah, blah, blah. Look, just go turn in your report already, will ya? Can't go get sloshed if we're stuck here on standby.
That is right, Raz.
Good point. I'll
Good
head to the
point.
command
At
center.
least Claude sees reason. Raz I like. Claude will grow on me.
Yeah, you do that. And tell the brass to send us tougher imps to fight next time, yeah?
I don't think that's how it works. Alright, cool. The engagement at Milt. We got a rank. That is some kind of symbol. 1035 XP, we got some money, 1725. Alright, so depending on what we do, we'll get different bonuses, different experience points, leader bonus, ace bonus, tank bonus, repair costs, base results. So I wonder if all of our units get XP. In XCOM, only the unit that deals the finishing shot gets experience points, but it looks like we're just getting squad experience. That would be amazing. If the squad split the experience, but I guess we'll find out.
Prologue. Operation Northern Cross.
A new episode has been added. Tutorial book mode. Discover the untold history of the Second European War by viewing this chronicle. Select a new episode to continue. Saving. Open the menu by pressing Y, save to record your progress. Anything can happen out there. Remember to save before, during, and after any combat operations. That is 100% true. And on that note, let's go ahead and save. I love it when we can just like overwrite the existing. Let's do that. Save complete. Alright guys, I'm going to take a little break here. This is a lot of fun. I'm really looking forward to getting into this. Hope you guys are enjoying it. I'll see you next time, and wish me luck.